And we're back. And I saw Endgame, and I survived, but I'm a woman with a lot of feelings, and I really want to talk to you about it. So here's a spoiler-free review of Avengers Endgame. Without further ado, let's talk movies. Avengers Endgame is fittingly the end of 11 years of movies that we've spent our time and emotion on, and boy, was it just so satisfying. Here are some of my first spoiler-free thoughts. A death I knew was coming but hoped wouldn't, a death that shocked me. You're just gonna let Hawkeye do that and not say anything, and also a happy ending that's just food for your soul, honestly. But there are a lot of, questions that I have about why and where and who, and are you sure that that can happen? I'm assuming that you saw Avengers Infinity War if you're watching this Avengers Endgame review. So you also saw everybody get snapped into dust. You probably, like the rest of the internet, assumed not everybody would stay that way, but what does that mean about the past and the future and where we're going and where we're headed and where we've come? And I had a lot of questions about that when I went into the movie, and some of them were answered and then some of them kind of weren't. So I'm just here thinking about it like 12 hours later with nobody to talk to. So I'm talking to you. It's not terribly confusing or anything. Maybe they were answered and I just missed it because I don't know, eating popcorn or something. I don't know. This movie isn't without its flaws. Of course, you see the heroes who survived the snap, as you see in the trailers, and it deals with some of their PTSD issues. And I think some of the ways that they decided to deal with that were really questionable. You'll just have to see for yourself. I think Captain Marvel, which you know she's in this film, you saw her in the trailers, was severely underutilized. I'm a huge Captain Marvel stan, obviously, but all right, I get it. She's not Earth's mightiest hero, but still, I could have used more fire fists. It's easily forgiven though, because this is a trip down nostalgia lane I didn't really think was possible. It didn't feel forced. It was just a nod to all the things that we had seen before, and really just bringing up all those things that you had invested in emotionally and time. And we've spent so long with these characters, and we've seen them grow so much, and you get to see them grow even more in this film, sort of their final evolution, if you will, which I think is really nice. Speaking of the trailers, if you think you know anything about this film from watching the trailers, you don't, because the trailers are basically taken from the first 10 minutes of this movie, and boy are you in for a surprise. All in all, my Marvel heart is really satisfied. If you look too close at this movie, you can punch some holes in the plot, but that's not the point. This is really a love letter to everybody who's spent a long, long life journey with these characters. And if you're like me and you're going to see this movie, you're probably a little bit invested. Just admit that you're invested and go there and experience your feelings, and just allow it to make you feel satisfied. Allow it to make you feel, full and complete. And I left the theater when I saw Avengers Infinity War feeling emotionally devastated. I was like, please, somebody emotionally connect with me because I'm alone in this abyss. But I didn't leave Avengers Endgame feeling that way. I felt really happy and glad for the past, and also really excited for the future. Marvel has a great way of making you care about characters that you're not even connected to. So looking at you, Guardians of the Galaxy. So I have hope that even if, looking at the next lineup of shows and movies and stuff that are coming out of this universe, if I'm not super excited about them, I will be. I believe that. All in all, I shed a lot of tears, I clutched my proverbial pearls, and I ate a lot of popcorn, and I felt really good about it. So just allow this movie to be what it is. It's a truly epic send-off. 10 out of 10. Would sit for 3 hours again. I've been thinking about it all day. I've been looking for somebody to talk to. So thank you for letting me get all this spoiler-free stuff off of my chest. This has been KGW's Comic Pick of the Week.